And we're live. Just in time to go get dinner. Okay. See you in a minute. Before the fire happens. Okay, we're back. We have a sweet, succulent plate of beans and rice and hot Italian sausage. That plate, 2 beers, $25. That'll be the trucker special. I want to sell 25 plates a night. Just at first, get my toe in the water. I think I can afford to do. I think I can afford to lose 100 plates full of food. What if I get to the location, nobody buys any food? What if they're just Yeah, what could happen? I think there's a little bit of start much. The very generous but very wasteful plate. That's a third of a bag of rice, so my food costs are 85 cents. My energy costs are probably less than $1. So we got the Cuban component, and we got the. These links could be from anywhere, really. It could be Cabalsa for you know. It is temperature meter. Don't fuck around with pork. Very good. Very good. Hour and 15 minutes on the grill. So I can make for $100. I can make. That seems a little bit high. 2 meters per plate. 5 for a pack. It's $30. It's $1 a wiener. Well, place. So that's close to $360. That's also not including the consumables like paper plates and disposable knives and forks and all that jazz. Hello, doggies. Want poppers out of half food? Y'all gotta get some jumping skills in here. I got a couple things to take care of today. Somehow my computer keyboard and mouse went bad simultaneously. Not even 4 months old. I don't know. The keyboard, it got a lot of use. Fair enough. It really did. Um, Somebody spilled out a little bit of soda pop in there, and the S key got sticky, so I kept banging on it, banging up, banging. But the S key didn't go bad; it just stopped working. So all the other keyboard, yeah. And then at the same time as a mouse, completely dissociated, different radio signal, different cipher. Yeah. Ah, I almost sold this one for $3,000 a day. Almost. Hey, but they took a picture and they took my contact information. Oh, my restaurant supplier. Oh, she was telling me about a 68-inch mega top sandwich prep table. So 3 rows of condiment holders, 3 doors, completely different controlled temperature control sections. $1,300, I think's what she said, and it's brand new. But if I were to go to where that came from, it would cost me $4,500 because Earth Fare went out of business and they sold all that shit for like pennies on a dollar. That store was supposed to talk about this before, bad business planning. They thought that you could actually have all these hundreds of refrigerators and freezers and everything delivered on a Friday, moved into place, and installed before the grand opening on Sunday. Hundreds of these quarter-ton devices, each that takes 4 to 5 hours just to move into place and achieve electrical connection. But then grocery store refrigerators and freezers, they're all networked. They're smart. But you didn't know that as a consumer. When you walk down that freezer aisle, and there's hundreds of freezers on both sides, and they're intelligent enough to cut on when you turn down that aisle, when you walk down that place with your buggy. Well, they're also networked. At the podium at the front of the grocery store, there's a big screen with temperature indications, performance ratings. These things are incredibly advanced devices. This is not just like your refrigerator at home where it has a compressor and a thermostat. They can control each individual section or part of freezer or refrigerator from up on the podium. So think if you had to do 45 different things, you can go out there and pull a panel off and turn each one down or up and then adjust it and push they're computerized. They have computer menus in each one. And you had to do 45 of those every day or so, depending on the product mix or if you just needed to defrost it. And it would take you hours of labor walking back and forth. Instead, you can just pick up your computer mouse and do everything right from the podium. It's a tremendous labor saver. How intelligent these things are. Plus, you don't want your product going bad, so you can shift stuff up to other freezers if need be, or to the emergency standby freezers in the back, and other part of the grocery store that most people never get to go to, or just don't. I mean, well, nowadays grocery stores have their own bathroom where the public can just go. It used to be you had to walk through the warehouse of most bathrooms to use the employee's bathroom. They didn't think about you, the public. I mean, you're only supposed to be there 20 minutes and go home. Using facilities in the public was pretty frowned upon, really. I mean, who wants to go away from their house? You can't take a little shower after you do your business. Primitive. Taking wads of paper and smearing it around in your ass. You're not getting clean. You're just smearing the shit all over your ass. You're getting most of it, but still. That's when he got here from Cuba. Now, mind you, he was in the elite wealthy class. He was from Miramar. El 25 y Séptima. Come on up here, buddy. Come on. Come on, Fender man. My grandfather was a charter member of the Havana Yacht Club, where even the president of the nation was only a member because he was the president. And the members didn't really treat him any better than anybody else. You're just the president of the country. Just because you became president doesn't mean you're of status quality. And so, yeah, it's a very, very tight knit community. Only certain people, only key captains of industry or Yeah, my grandfather was one of them, and his cousins were the Bacardis, Bacardi rum, and they were very, very. I could tell you about rum and the German side of the family. Probably has roots up into the Habsburg family because brewers were very well. They probably still are held in very high esteem in Germany. It's a real job. There's extremely a lot of science. It's been a great day. It didn't work. I mean, but I got a new computer mouse because my shit went flat. Did I want to spend $250? Not on that. I would rather buy a hand washing sink for my food truck. But I have to be able to maneuver myself through the internet too, because I have to do research on a lot of stuff for running this taco truck. What are the food laws like around you? What's the best overall design for a food truck that's going to meet as many or bent towards? Because you know what, there's a lot of discretion in that type thing, especially when there's little foldy bits of paper laying around. You know, don't forget to tip your food truck inspector. It's not a rock. Remember, you're asking for permission to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. That mug probably makes like $65,000 a year at best. He's a public official, notoriously underpaid. That's why they're so liable to be corrupt, easily influenced. You know what? You really should have a three-compartment sink, anyways. Because even if you did get the license, if you did get the license or didn't, it's irrelevant. Poisoning is somebody and bad juju. Because you even best your bet. I wouldn't eat out anywhere. My brother used to deliver to my actual biological brother. He used to deliver like Cisco or Paul Collins or that mug worked everywhere in the farmers market. Never seen them make it in one place more than 6 months or a year or so. Hold on, we're experiencing technical difficulties. All right, we're back. And he told me stuff I already knew because he's 6 years younger than me. Anything he's doing in life, I already did 12 years before that. As soon as I get this food truck going, I'm retiring again. Life leisure, 3 crews of 12 hours. Go out. And really, I only need like $200 or $300 a day to look really, 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 really super nice. Keep wearing my silk and linen shirts and take them to the dry cleaner where they deserve to be washed at. Ironically enough, makes them last longer. And it comes out all nice and pressed and ironed. And every time you use it, it's like a fucking brand new shirt. It's an investment in keeping your $150 shirt lasting until the age. Like one of these $150 shirts usually lasts me about 3 to 5 years. About the third and a half year, it starts looking a little ratty, and then like or the fifth year. Well, that's you're mowing the lawn on it. You still look better than the neighbors and your old shit. And it's probably got like a little hole there and a little tear there. Well, I'm just wearing this because now that one doesn't get it. After 3 years, they don't go to dry cleaner anymore. Be able to go to the Isle of Man, and I got to get there in February for something to work out. If you have to work. Racing is work. You have to race 3 to 5 tracks before you can get that one to qualify. It puts you in the standing and rankings system, so that they only let like people in the top 50% of the ranking standards um, even attempt to qualify the Isle of Man. Thousands of people show up to attempt to qualify. By attempt, you mean you have race slicks, is your bike completely safety wired, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think we're looking at $600 for a hand washing sink, $1,400 for a sandwich prep table. It's $2,000. What the? My system's being hijacked here. That's $2,000 for ability to wash dishes and cooking implements. Pretty important. And then $200 for this hand washing sink. $2,200. I need 450 sheets, $450 sheets of diamond plating for the floor, so it looks impeccable. I'm gonna be able to hold the floor up about that high, so I can run all my plumbing and electrical out the back. What's up, man? So that's $1,600. Right now we're at 34,000 basically. Plus the wood, probably talk about 4,500 for the wood structure underneath that. And finish the cab. Cab just need to be cleaned up. Maybe some beautification. Maybe $300 for the beautification of the truck. People don't even get to see in there. Are they welcome to see in there? Yes. I would like it for it to be clean, but it doesn't have to be sanitary clean. It just has to be clean, clean. It has to be clean. Like, hey, people walk around in their fucking feet. They just got shoes they got off the street with. There's going to be dirt around this area, and then have a foot scrubber right before you get to the back, or an area where the driver, cook, owner, or operator, being me, takes those shoes off and puts some kitchen Crocs on, and goes back in there and bring in another level of cleanliness that's exemplary, that cannot be impeached. In other words, not even accused. Impeachment means accused. Accused doesn't mean removal from office. It's the beginning of the process. This beer is brought to you by Heineken. So I'm thinking something similar to this. Now I might want to throw like a green or veggie on there for the health conscious. cut that rice portion in a quarter, and then maybe a roll. Yeah, a roll. Yeah, that needs a roll. But it starts a garnish because roll's unnecessary. It's more starch. What do you need a roll for? To push the food around your plate, I guess. This guy right here is testing his limits. He keeps thinking that I'm not paying attention to him. That he's right on my lap. He's going for the sausage. There's a fork there. It seems to be a threshold for him. So yeah, yesterday I invested like an hour and a half towards working at this little food truck situation here, a couple towns up, and I didn't really get the whole welcome wagon I wanted to. The fire department guy that was running this situation, well, he didn't seem to want me there, even though he had no choice of me being there. But he made it clear that he had a favorite truck, which is not mine, which is probably the snow cone truck that's been going there for 3 years. He assigned me to a spot across the park where there's not a huge line. I can't. People aren't going to walk 175, almost 200 feet to the side of the park to go get ice cream. Oh, come on, these are lazy people you're talking about. So I got to find another future. No, I'm being more acclimated to spending time and learn the politics of the food truck world and how that works. I guarantee you there was every bit of 135 people in that line. I counted roughly. And usually in a situation like that, 3 out of 5 people will buy ice cream. How do I know? Because I did it before. I did it for a living for a long, long time. I made it a job out of it. I made a science out of studying people and food and all of that situation, the logistics of it, the time management, the timing, getting everything to a situation where it's ready to roll. Like, getting all your ingredients and stuff. Like, if you operate a food truck, you want all your ingredients just the temperature right when you're rolling up to the spot. You don't actually want to cook on location. You want to do that as little as possible. You want to be doing as much energy serving out of the window. Because if you have a line that's 135 people long, you want to work that line out as quick as possible before they have any option of leaving your line and going to a shorter line and you're not getting that revenue. Let's say you have a $25 per cap on a food truck. Not extremely high. When I go to taco truck, I spend an average of $23. And that's just for a few tacos and a drink. And they get the avocado, the sour cream. I want a little bit of extra food for my dogs because my dogs are with me. It's not fair for them to watch me eat, and they don't have food. And he loves his CARRRDE. He loves to go for it. I don't even have to spell. I can say he loves to go for it. He's like, Sam, you gotta say the words. Say the words. Yeah, you want to lose your revenue. So 25. Let's see. I don't know this calculator feature on here. $25 times 175. $4,375. Now, when I worked for Feld Entertainment, we were told that anything that's prepared, ready to be sanctioned or sold off, and anything that you sell, be it one or 20 of them, you should be able to perform that transaction within 3 to 9 seconds. So if you have a plate of food that's already ready to roll, and they're all getting mostly the same thing, and the variation between production times is 5 to 10 seconds per unit between a lobster sandwich and a slice of lobster pizza. If your manufacturing center, your kitchen, is kicking these out almost as soon as they're ordered, because you have 25 of them made already, 3 different types of 25 thing, and then looking at your line and pretty much knowing what most people really want after you want. After a while, that out of 175 people, 55 people are going to get a hot dog. Another 35 are going to get the lobster roll. The other, I'm paraphrasing, but you get what I'm saying. You can pretty much predict what you need to pull up the spot, and there's 200 people there. All right, and then you holler out to your crew, okay, look, I want 65 lobster rolls all day. I want 45 hot dogs all day. And then they start to production, and then you start working the line down. And you want to try to get that 135 people. And, well, 2 minutes per people is like, I hate doing math all the time. 2 minutes per person times 175 divided by 60. That's 5.8 hours. You can't give everybody 2 minutes. You got to give everybody like 5-6 seconds, which is, let's say you're really slow, 7.5 seconds. There's a stack of things over here. You have 5 different things on the menu. All you need to do is be able to reach over and get it and hand it out. Your cooks, your kitchen should be keeping up with you. So there's always 5 or 6 things in there. If there's a line that big, you need to be able to sell it real fucking quick. So it's 7.5 seconds times 175. 1,300 seconds. So divided by 60 equals 7.5 seconds per customer times 175 equals 1,300 seconds divided by 60 seconds equals a minute. 21 minutes. So from 5 hours to 21 minutes. You want to be able to evaporate that line in 20 minutes. So everybody's satiated and everybody's ready to go home, and then they can go home and tell their friends, and then about 30 minutes later, you're going to get another wave. And you want to have that group satiated. So you want to have 3 waves per hour and work 4 hours. And bring it home about, I said 3 waves for 4 hours? 12. That's $50,000 if you could get 175 waves. That's like working like a festival or something, or like a neighborhood food truck park, like we're talking. I ran up on this one guy He's at AutoZone. Last for his mom. He went home because he wasn't making enough money. No, you put in the hours no matter what. He was shuttering his truck up, and 7 people came by. Why not just be ready for him anyways? And I know this guy, not deeply and intimately. I'm not like that either. Not that way. Um, he works the same spot. Always. Always the same spot. We need to be flexible. You need to have like if you have a food truck, you want to have 17 spots. You need time for even if it's a truck stop. You got to keep people guessing a little bit. But let's say you're going to dedicate yourself to being there first. Work in the state. Let's say you live in the town. We want that to be one of 17 spots. Work it every third week, but just be there every time you say you're going to be there. I work in front of the Sam's Club Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every week of the year. They should be able to, on that kind of food. Yes, you should. And typically, Sam's Club type places want to have multiple vendors after they want change, and yeah, just like the fresh juice guys, not always at the Sam's Club. I they go to different ones. That way, it's special. You want it to be special. This humdrum, oh, I can get that anytime. There's not as much passion. You got to do something really special for this. Right here. Come on. Right here. Right here. Come get it. Right here. Come on. Come on. Come on. When you get down here, you can have it. All right, so we're gonna see how badly that dog wants this sausage cheese up on the sleeping loft. When I get him to the edge of the roof, he will jump off on his own. When I go 3, 2, 1, no prompting. Some of the other dogs do too. Some of them a little bit of coaxing. But yet, when you ask them if they want to go back up, then they're running to you, they're wagging their tail, they're spinning even. Freddy Fender! Beep, 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 Got this one for you. She's for sale for $4,800. She will probably not get much bigger than this. How do I know? Well, I've had a few of these dogs. Like 25. I've sold that many puppies. I made good money just selling puppies. If I didn't want to work, I probably wouldn't have to. And I never have to steal from anybody. Never have. I've always had the best house. No. Well, it's usually paid for. I've owned a bunch of properties. Well, by proxy. Holding corporations. Before I got married. I keep a place to live. That shit about, you selling your marital house and are getting half of the proceeds of the sales, and you got my whole new house. Okay, wait a minute. She didn't have a house when I met her. I always have my own house. I invited her in. Man, Rod to somebody and sign a piece of paper shouldn't mean that you it's half your shit. That's wrong. So, you have to cover those bases. I've been looking through my photo database to find this gold mine over in Antelope Valley. The guy who owns the Kill Bill Church knows a lot about the area. He told me about a gold prospect up there. He hung out with David Carradine. Got to know a lot about David Carradine. Oh my God. I don't think he killed himself. But hey, I do have stuff to do around here. I gotta fix my maki. I gotta get out. I gotta talk to this chick about her 3-compartment sink. Anyway, love sit here and chew the fat bee with you and use it for a sounding board. And I really do appreciate your comments. I will talk to you later. Peace.